Hey, welcome back to my channel. Thanks as always for tuning in. If it's your first time here, thanks so much for taking a look. Today we're going to break down my 5 favorite, not necessarily best, but favorite Star Wars figures. Before they relabeled it as A New Hope, it was Star Wars. And, uh, there are several figures from it. There's the original 12, but they did release a few others later down the line. So here's my favorite. Coming in at number 5, you don't have a Star Wars collection unless you have an original Chewbacca. In my opinion, this is one of the absolute cornerstones of any collection. He comes with an awesome bowcaster, unique sculpt. There are some eye color variations. I don't concern myself too much with those, but I do love the blue translucent bowcaster variation. As you can see, this bowcaster is distinctly different than that one. They did actually cast it in some translucent blue that is an actual Kenner color. Coming in at number 4 is the Tusken Raider. Tusken Raider is awesome, and he's notable because he can hold his gaffy stick across his body. It's the only figure who can really do that in the line. It's really all you need him to do. I love building these. They're great for your original trilogy collection, but they also can be, in virtually any display now because they're in the prequel trilogy, they're in the Disney media shows, The Mandalorian, they're in the Book of Boba Fett. They're kind of everywhere now, so you get a lot of value from that. And speaking of that, here's another figure with a lot of bang for the buck nowadays, and that is the original Jawa. He's small, but he's got this awesome cloak. Probably my favorite accessory of all the Kenner line is that vintage Jawa cloak. It's a totally awesome figure, but he can be expensive. I do have several completed ones, and they are definitely another cornerstone of my collection. Coming in at number 2 is the basic white Stormtrooper. Awesome figure. Again, you cannot have a Star Wars collection without a couple of vintage regular Stormtroopers. They are fantastic. They're ubiquitous, and I like to restore them and make them look new and shiny. This one is all original. I don't think I've restored this one at all. They have a blaster that is very common among all the other figures, so he's not difficult to complete. And still, though, a new one in good condition is going to cost you about 40 bucks. And then my most favorite is Hammerhead, because he was my first figure as a kid, and I used to take him everywhere with me. So Hammerhead and this is my original Hammerhead. He also has that translucent bluish plastic similar to Chewbacca's bowcaster, and that is an original Kenner one. So if you see one, don't necessarily think it's some cheap repo. It's actually the way they came. So these are my picks for my favorite Star Wars figures. You're going to notice that there aren't any Hans, Leia's, Luke's, or Lando's or anything like that. But those are coming. That's going to be a separate video. I kind of keep the heroes. I'll do something separate with the heroes. But these are just awesome cornerstone figures that I feel like, if you want to have a legitimate Star Wars collection, you might want to start with these, because these are significant. If you completely disagree and you want to honk on my choices, please have at it. Let me know what your favorites are, if they're different. I'm sure they will be. And thanks so much for checking it out. Appreciate it.